Flosstube. This is Carolyn Zook with C Zook Stitch. Today is Sunday, April 28th, and this is Flosstube number 9. So thank you for spending part of your Sunday with me. As I mentioned in the last video, I had a work trip this past week. So from Tuesday through Friday, I was traveling all around the state of Oregon with my boss. We went to 4 different universities. So a part of my job is doing outreach and talking to prospective medical students, so those who want to apply to medical school, and kind of helping them through that process. So we visited Oregon State University in Corvallis, University of Oregon in Eugene, and then we went to Klamath Falls to Oregon Institute of Technology, which is a 3-hour drive from Eugene. And then we went down to Ashland, Oregon, to Southern Oregon University. And then Friday night, we drove home from Ashland, which is about a 5-hour drive if you're going straight through. It was a great trip. It was really productive. We had a great time, but it was also exhausting. We talked to hundreds of people. And for an introvert like myself, it was just really exhausting. So we didn't get home until I got home about 12:30 Friday night. And yesterday, Saturday, which is usually my filming day, I didn't move. I think I got up about 8:30 and then I went back to bed about 4 hours later for 3 hours. So feeling a bit better today, still tired, but feeling better. This is me without makeup, so don't be frightened. It's me, I promise. I just couldn't do the makeup today, so I'm sorry, guys. I just went and got groceries, so I have some food in the house for the week. And yeah, we're moving right along. So let's get into it. So I have my notes right here in my pink notebook. I have a new start. It is the one we've all been waiting for and been talking about. It is Harbor Haven. I'm working on the first section, so it's 12 sections, as you can see down here. It's 12 sections. I'm starting here. Cut that in, sorry about the glare. So this is what it will look like when it's done, and this is how far I've gotten. I love it. These colors are I just love how they're subtle and rich, and I love it. So this is probably about 1 week's worth of work. I didn't take this on the trip. I didn't figure we would have energy or time, and we really didn't, to work on anything like this. So I started this the day that I last filmed, so 2 Saturdays ago. And so this is really about a week's worth of work. I didn't even stitch, I don't think, every day that week before my trip. So, because it was just, this is a crazy time at work is spring. So I'm just tired all the time. But I am loving it. I am stitching this on a 32 count Belfast linen in vintage smoky white. And I don't know, here, let me see if you can tell, but there is a little, you can see some of the, it's printed on there, so it kind of looks like clouds. I love it. I am having so much fun. And I know in the last video I showed you cherry blossoms, and I said that I was struggling a lot with doing over 2. That was really the first time that I did over 2. And you all gave me wonderful tips, wonderful encouragement. Basically, most of you said, just keep going, you'll get used to it, your eyes will adjust, and that's absolutely what happened. I think just telling you all that I'm struggling with something helps. I remember when I was working on Pretty Little Hawaii, and I had said something like, I'm starting to burn out, I'm starting to get tired of working on this. And that same night, I got kind of a second wind and kept going. And when I said, oh, I'm struggling on cherry blossoms with over 2, well, I started Harbor Haven that night, and it was a breeze. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a difference in the material that I'm working on or what, because Harbor Haven is a linen and cherry blossoms is an even weave. And I don't know if that makes a difference, but Harbor Haven seems easy. So I have not struggled at all on that. And I'm loving stitching on it. And I'm loving it seems like it's quick progress, which is nice. I'll show it to you again. I'm mostly using called for DMC. I did change out the water to a Threadworks, 1056. for the water, and I changed out, there's some solid, just kind of darker spots in the water that I changed out so it would go with the variegated water. But yeah, it's coming along, and I am really, really loving that. Okay, so haul. I want to talk about haul. First of all, I mentioned this box in my last video, and I figured out how to use it properly, so I wanted to show it to you again. So this is for your Paco thread organizer. And I think I had pulled out, there's this insert in here with triangles on the side. It's kind of hard to see. That comes out. Well, it secures your Paco in there. And I think that's what I didn't realize at first. So it secures, so this isn't moving. Paco isn't moving. This kind of tilts down so you have access to your threads. And then when you're done stitching, you just close it all up and it keeps everything secure. So that's how that works. I got these off of eBay from, oh, here's the card right here, from Sassy to Stitch. It looks like she has her own website as well. They were $6 each. I picked up a couple of them. Very well made. I mentioned that in my last video. And I'm only messing around with trying to close the lid because I have cats and I don't want them to eat thread or get a needle in their bellies. Okay, so that was just a quick update that I wanted to show you. Now, so haul, new haul. I, for whatever reason, and I'm sure this happens to everybody, I was missing 1 or 2 threads from Harbor Haven, 1 or 2 threads from Cherry Blossoms. Thought I had ordered them, can't find them. Maybe I did and they just walked off in the middle of the night. So I had to go on to 123 Stitch and order those few threads that I was missing. And of course, nothing travels alone, as we know. So I got those threads. I'm not going to show them to you. I don't even know which ones they are. They're all mixed back into the proper buckets. But I did pick up this, Buttons and Beads. Sorry about that glare. This is Caroline Mill Hill Kit. Do you see that little Scotty dog? That's actually a button. I am collecting 16 of these, and I want to do 4x4 all in one piece. Ms. Oh So Crafty is doing that, and it is so beautiful. And I can't wait to get started, but I don't want to start until I have all 16 so I know what layout I want to do. So this one was on sale and this one was on the list of the 16 that I want to get. So this is number 5. So this is the 5th one I have. This, I think it was a couple dollars off. It was like $11 or $12. And the Mill Hill bead kits come with everything you need. The perforated paper, the floss, you can see the beads, beading needle. I'm not going to use the perforated paper. I'm going to put it on a fabric when I get all 16 and figure out what size fabric I need. But check out Ms. Oh So Crafty because she is doing this and she was definitely my enabler for that. So I got that. So we're at number 5. And then I also picked up some Krynic. They're all the same. I got 4. So around, isn't that pretty? It's number 4 braid 032. It's just like a white sparkle. I picked up 4 of them. Whoops, there we go. So around the edge, Ms. Oh So Crafty's, I just following her lead. She has a pattern of snowflakes that's going to go all the way around her Mill Hill Christmas piece. So I want to do that as well because it really ties it all together. I don't know how much because it's kind of just something you make up. So there's not a real, there is a pattern for it, but it's not part of the instructions. So I picked up 4. I don't know if that's going to be enough or way too much. We'll find out. So I got that from 123 Stitch. I also got in the mail my Just Cross Stitch. This is the June version. So that came in the mail and I just renewed. Man, those year subscriptions go fast, don't they? I swear I just bought a year subscription in like August and it's already time to renew. Which I guess makes sense because it's every other month. It's every other month. But yeah, so I got that. And and I know there's a lot of people talk about, well, I don't like anything in there, which is completely fine. I usually find 1 or 2 things that I would like to stitch in there. And even if I don't, I figure it's pretty interesting to read and look at the patterns and just read about it. And so I figure it's pretty, I mean, I think a year subscription is like 25 bucks. It's pretty cheap entertainment for me. So even if I'm not going to stitch anything in them, I still really like to look through them and read them. And one of my favorite things to do is to go to Barnes & Noble and look at their they're like British cross-stitching magazines, because they do carry a handful of them. So I picked this up. This is the April issue of Cross Stitcher. This was enabled by Jan Hicks. She did a flip through of her. She gets the digital version. And I saw this pattern and knew I had to have it. This is Early Bird Banquets. So it's a series of 3. I saw this and I immediately thought of my mom. She will love this. I love the colors. So that's a close-up of that one. I love the colors. I love the birds. I love the teacups. It reminds me of my mother. I will, if I have more time, I would do this for her. Maybe I'll do this next year for her for Mother's Day. I just think they're beautiful. So I got this. That's probably all I will stitch out of this, to be honest. There's some other cute designs here on the back. Daisies are my favorite, but I don't know why I'm not in love with that particular daisy. But that's fine. It was, it's entertaining for me to look through and hold on to. So I got those. And then for my birthday was March 22nd, and a friend of mine bought me the Chatelaine Evening in the Park pattern. It was delivered to her house, and it just took us about a month to get together and see each other for whatever reason. But this came, so it's the hard copy, not the PDF. Sorry about the glare. This picture does no justice. Teresa Little Stitcher is doing Evening in the Park, and that's where I saw it first and what inspired me. And I looked at the pattern and the directions, and it's completely intimidating. But I don't care, because, go big or go home. And so I ordered in early April. European Cross Stitch was having a sale on the kits. So I ordered the kit. It can take a couple months to get because they source all the specialty flosses and beads for you. So I'm still just waiting on that to come in. And I did not order the fabric because I wanted to see. I want to go to the stitching shop and see what it will actually look like. So that came in the mail. I also got Hade had a sale, so I got Farewell to Anger, the beginner version, which has 89 colors. I'll insert a picture here. I tried to print a picture for you just to hold up, because that's a little easier than inserting a picture. But my printer is out of black ink, so it just looked really weird. I love Farewell to Anger. I know they have it as a diamond painting, but I really want to stitch it, and I've seen people on the Heaven and Earth Designs Facebook page stitching it, and it's beautiful, and so I want to do that too. So I'm very excited about that. I have no clue when I'm going to start that, you guys. I'm insane, aren't I? It's a little insane. Okay, this is the last big thing that I bought. I had a gift card for my birthday from Joann's, and I got the DMC Etoile 35, the whole kit. This thing is huge. It's huge. Comes in a tin. So that's what it looks like. And this actually has a couple patterns in it using the floss, which is really nice. And so here's the whole set. Can you see the sparkle? Kind of. It's one of those things, again, you have to really see it in person. But I have wanted this since it came out, and I finally just, 50 bucks. It's on Amazon, it's often $70 or $80, so do not pay that much. Just go to a stitching shop because they will have it for 50 bucks. I don't know why Amazon is so much higher, but so I've been wanting that for a long time, and now I have it, and I'm very excited about that. I think that's, and then I want to share this really sweet card. Hydron sent me this really sweet thank you card. She's won a couple of our giveaways and sent me this thank you card, and I just think it's the sweetest sweetest card. I love those birds. It says on the back, the New York Historical Society Museum of Fine Arts, Summer Tanager. I'm not pronouncing that right, I'm sure. John James Audubon, American. Watercolor graphite pastel. I just thought it was a beautiful card. So, Hydra, thank you so much. And it was beautiful, and what you wrote inside was very lovely as well. So, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. My upcoming plans, I'm just going to continue working on Harbor Haven, maybe pull out Cherry Blossom and see if I can do that over to as easy as Harbor Haven seemed. Yeah, I just want to, I feel like I'm actually close to finishing the first section of Harbor Haven. It might be a little deceiving because maybe I still have to do a big tree. So that'll probably take more time than I think it will. But that's my plan. I think it should be a pretty regular next couple of weeks. No trips. Have to work a couple Saturdays just because it's that time of year. But no trips, no going out of town in the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited about that. So those are my plans. Just keep trucking along, keep working away. Now, on to the D-Stash. I gave away, so these are the giveaways, and I will send them out anywhere in the world. So the first was this crochet magazine. I got a crochet magazine. I subscribed to Interweave Knits. No, Creative Knitting. Well, I subscribed to both. But Creative Knitting recently went out. And so if you still had time left on your subscription, which I think I had another year, they just send you the crochet magazine, but I don't crochet. So I was giving away this crochet magazine, and the winner is Christy. And Christy, out of respect to your last name, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but I will leave a comment. And if you can email me at czookstitch@gmail.com, email me your address and I will get this sent out. This is the summer 2019 version of crochet. So congratulations to Christy. And then this was a wedding sampler. It was a freebie in one of the pieces of fabric I got from Charles Craft. And Hydran, you won this. I have your address still, so I will send that out to you. And then the last one is this seashell wreath. I actually saw somebody on Stitch Mania recently who finished it, and it's really beautiful. It's just the chart. There's no picture that I can show you close up, but it's very beautiful finished. And Laura Lee, you won that, so I will. So email me, and I will get that sent out to you. Nobody wanted the bread covers, you guys. Nobody wanted the bread covers. So I'm going to trick you, and I'm going to put it away for a few weeks and then bring it back out and see if anybody wants it again. And if nobody does, it's completely fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'll just donate it to Goodwill, and maybe somebody local can find it. Okay, so for this week's, we have a mix of knitting, plastic canvas, and stitching. Again, you hear this all the time. Don't say giveaway, don't say winner, anything like that. We don't want to attract trolls. I will ship it to anywhere that you live, so it's open worldwide. So the first one is plastic canvas. This is quick and easy magnets for plastic canvas. Of course, you can make them into pins or whatever you want. I have made this one, and I think they are still somewhere. I think I still have them. So they're just quick and easy plastic canvas. I assume you could probably also use it for stitching. Like if you use, there's no rules, right? So who cares? If you like these, just make these would be cute little fobs, or just like cute for cards if you make cards. This says Fat Cat Hot Dog when. This is quite old. I've had it for a very long time. Yeah, this is from 1982. So this is probably one of the first. I used to do plastic canvas when I was a kid. I'm staring at it because I'm a little nostalgic, you guys. I'm going to be really honest. So if you want this, say I'd like to stitch, or I'd like to do the plastic canvas, something like that. Something about plastic canvas. I am, look at that hot air balloon. So they just have it as magnets. You don't have to do it as magnets, though. just a little nostalgic about this, you guys. So whoever wins it, please take good care. There is some pencil marks on it. There's some pencil marks on it, and it is a little like, I mean, it's from 1982, so it's got some spots and stains, but nothing gross. But anyway, so I'd like to stitch, or I'd like to do plastic canvas, something like that. This booklet, this is cross stitch. This is Mother Goose Treasury, Nursery Rhymes Recounted Cross Stitch. So you get all sorts of little Mother Goose. Let me see if I can find, this is color chart. Let me see if I can find actual pictures other than on the cover. And no. Okay, so you get just a sampling of, this is Mittens and Kittens, Mother Goose. So you can kind of get an idea. 3 Blind Mice. And then you can see kind of how they finish some of these, but you can do whatever you want with it. Look at that. Was that a little light shade with Cow That Jumped Over the Moon? So it's really sweet. It is also from 1983 Leisure Arts. So you can say, I'd like to stitch Mother Goose for that one. This is a different bread covers, you guys. I'm telling you, if you didn't hear my last one, when my grandmother passed away, she used to cross stitch, and I ended up with like 6 different bread covers booklets. I kept one because there's one I want to keep. You don't have to use these for bread covers though. You can do, like, look, there's monograms. And so this one, I'll just show it to you real quick, has a monogram alphabet on the back. So even if you don't want to make the bread covers, so look, there's a sweet pineapple, sweet peach, bread and jam. I mean, you can get creative and use it for whatever you want. It is just black and white charts. I don't see a year on it, but it's pretty old. So I'd like to stitch the bread covers. And yes, this is different bread covers than the last one. I'm going to get you to take my bread covers. Okay, that sounded really mean and angry. I didn't mean it that way. And then, lastly, if you are a knitter, I'm going to give you my Winter 2019 Interweave Knits. I crossed out my name and address. I mean, you know my name, but my address. I've looked through this. There's nothing in here I want to knit. It is a winter edition. Let me see if I can show you what the pictures... They don't have, yeah, so I guess they don't have like a, some magazines have here's all the projects in this magazine. They don't have it, but it's a lot of sweaters. They have interesting articles as well. So if you would like to say, I'd like to knit. Yeah, and so we'll do those giveaways. And again, open worldwide. I will send that out anywhere you are in the world. That's all I have. I feel like I've really missed you guys because I'm so far behind on Flosstube because I didn't watch any. I shared a hotel room with my boss this week, so I wasn't going to go on Flosstube, and, I didn't want to bother her, and we were very, very tired as well. So it's good to be home, get back in the routine. Thankfully, so tomorrow's Monday. Thankfully, I'm working from home tomorrow, so to be a little bit more relaxed of a day. Don't have to do makeup. Not that I have to. We're all beautiful with or without makeup. I choose to. Yeah, that's it, you guys. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for spending part of your Sunday with me. I'm going to get this edited and uploaded, and then maybe eat some lunch and get unpacked and do laundry and all that. But I will be back in 2 weeks, and until then, I hope you have a great spring and you're having fun enjoying the nice weather, although I know Chicago got snow yesterday. So hang in there, Chicago. Spring will come, I promise. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for spending time with me. Take care. Bye.